Welcome to Open Spaces. I'm your host, Jason Soper. This is a safe place where we, with awe and wonder, engage with the mysteries of life and spirituality. It's where we ask the tough questions, the deep questions, the fun questions, and sometimes the simple yet profound questions. A place to listen, rediscover, reimagine, and perhaps reconfigure. So let's ditch the religious dogmas, doctrines, and cliches. Let's connect in meaningful ways. Join us as we dance in the wide open spaces. You know, many times I get asked, what is open spaces all about? I believe we're all on a journey, both as individuals and as a community as a whole. While one person is more important than the other, neither is one person's voice any less valued than another. What we need to realize is that we are all worthy, we're all valued, and we all have something to give. This is how it should always be. Yet, sadly, it's rarely what we face on a day-to-day basis, and it can get a little exhausting. Judgment, condemnation, bitterness. I'm always right, you're always wrong. I know it all, and you don't have a clue. I'm on a personal journey just like everybody else. And sometimes we come to realize many things that we were completely blinded to, while we have to let go of those things that we thought we knew without a doubt. It can be both exciting and daunting at times, yet I believe it's a beautiful journey nonetheless. In all of this, I've realized three things that we seek: to feel heard, to feel valued, and to feel safe enough to be ourselves. So, what is Open Spaces all about? First, may this be a safe place where we engage with one another as we pursue the mysteries of life and spirituality. To come together and embrace the wonder of it all. A place where we ask the tough questions, the deep questions, the fun questions, and sometimes the simple yet profound questions. Those questions that we've been afraid to ask, we're told never to ask, and for that matter, didn't even know we could ask to begin with. Why? Because quite often we're taught that we shouldn't ask questions. We should bury them within and accept what we are told and taught. And at some point along the way, we were told that seeking and questioning is actually the opposite of faith and obedience. That doubt is a sign of weakness and a lack of faith, that certainty is the foundation on which we are to build our lives. But I say, speak and ask the questions. Use your intellect, reason, grow, learn. It's not something to be feared, but rather something to be embraced. It's all part of this journey to become who we were meant to be. So perhaps we will soon realize that the opposite of faith was never doubt, and is actually certainty itself. The very thing we were told to avoid was the very thing that will strengthen us and lead us into the truth that we've been searching for this whole time. Second, may this be a place where we actively listen to others. To actually listen and seek to connect and understand, not being so eager to project our own judgments and assumptions and preconceptions onto other people. I say no judgment. Simply open our hearts, open our minds, nothing but love and respect. Because I believe that when we take the time to listen, to find that common ground, to truly attempt to build loving relationships, we will soon discover that we are not that different. And we are all connected in this puzzle that we call life. So let's be open to the fact that others have valuable insights that can lead to mutual growth and deeper relationships. But we also need to be willing to admit that different doesn't always equal wrong. We need to also be willing to admit that sometimes we can get it wrong and we don't have all the answers. So we come together, we walk together, and we do so without judgment. Nothing but love and respect. And I think when we do that, that's when beautiful things begin to happen. When we take this walk together, we will be amazed at how much we can actually learn from each other. Because we all strive for genuine connections. We want more than just conversations. You do, I do. To be part of a community of love and compassion, to celebrate the joys of life, and to see each other through those not so joyous times. A community that is marked by beautiful, authentic relationships and expressed in a desire to support and encourage one another. Where we replace judgment with acceptance, solitude with togetherness, and silence with the beautiful symphony of our collective voices. Because I believe we all have a song to sing, songs that bring meaning and speak truth in our lives and the lives of those around us. So may you be inspired by the songs of those who walk alongside you each and every day. And I believe that we all have a story to tell, a story that is meant to be heard, meant to be valued, and meant to be respected. Stories of hope and heartache, overcoming and defeat, courage and strength. So find inspiration in the stories of those who walk alongside you each and every day. And I believe that we all have a voice to be heard. Your voice is valued. So if there's one thing, just one thing that you remember from today, it's this, that your story, your song, and your voice truly matter. You are sacred, you are treasured, and you are worth celebrating each and every day. So let's do this. Let's ditch the religious dogmas, doctrines, the cliches that have held us captive to a stagnant and inauthentic way of living. Those that have prevented us from discovering what it means to be truly human, that have blinded us to the truth that has been right here the whole time. And instead, they've erected these walls of hostility and division, because I believe that somewhere along the way we got entangled in these toxic beliefs and ways of being that have stripped us of our identities and have left us living in a world where we are surrounded by fear and manipulation. So perhaps it's time to detangle, to come together, to rediscover, to reimagine, and at times possibly reconfigure. To become a refuge for those who are seeking and questioning, a welcomed rest for those who are simply tired. To become a home for hearts seeking to question and rediscover what life is all about. And to admit that perhaps somewhere along the way, illusions and distortions of the truth have caused us to lose sight of what it's all about. So to this I say, may we hear the crimson echoes of a story that we've somehow forgotten. And may we echo the words of Shanti Deva when he so beautifully says, "May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles. And for the boundless multitudes of living beings, may I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and sky, until all beings are free from sorrow and all are awakened." So now I extend this invitation to you. Join me as we embark on this journey, as we dive deep into the connections that bind us all, to find hope, love, kindness, and everything that is good. For this has been my desire, that we may joyfully dance together in the wide open spaces that have been set before us.